I've recently had the opportunity to attend the media skills training with Janine Lazarus. I enjoyed the training, and I was asked to just speak a little bit about the training, and a couple of questions were directed to me that I'd like to answer as good as I can. The first question that was raised was what my expectations of the media training were. And yeah, to be quite honest, I'd done a media training before, but I felt I wanted to specifically work on my ability and improve my ability to speak freely under pressure that one usually has in the environment of a media interview. And I specifically wanted to be able to deal with interviews. Sometimes there are loaded questions, and how to handle these ones. So those were really my expectations. The next question I was asked was the format, and was it conducive to the training? Of course, in today's times, we weren't able to meet at the SAICA offices, so we used Microsoft Teams, and I must say it worked very well in my opinion. But the main reason for that was I think Janine is very good at facilitating the discussions, keeping the attention, almost keeping eye contact, which I think is very important in a normal meeting already. But yeah, she managed to put us in small groups. So we were 4 people, four people being trained. And so that worked really well. I know I had a discussion with a friend who'd done this training in person, and I really don't think there was any negative towards using Microsoft Teams. We had the camera switched on the whole time, and so that way the focus was certainly there. Another question that I was asked was what my highlight of the training was, and I think there were a couple of points that I really enjoyed. The techniques that Janine had shared with us, but my absolute highlight really were the war stories when she told us about her experience and how sometimes, well, people did very well or very badly in interviews, and just some of the pitfalls one can come across. Then, of course, always good to know is what did I find very useful about the training. And I think I said it already, very good to me was the fact that Janine provided us with some simple tools, techniques, and how to deal with questions, how to split up information. And we did some exercises, for example, trying to respond to a question to the point. And she gave each of us, I think it was only 25-30 seconds. So not very easy in the beginning, but very useful in the end to really focus on what you want to tell the person. Another methodology she shared with us was what she referred to as the DNA of communications. So she said, firstly, the first step is my audience is king. The second point is really to identify 3 key messages. And that worked very well, I must say. And finally, what she refers to as KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it short and simple. So these are 3 points that are easy to memorize, and I've felt already been quite useful. Then a question really on how the media training has helped me and how I'd expect it to help me going forward in media interviews. I think one of the points certainly that she helped me overcome is to understand that nervousness and stage fright is something that everybody has to deal with, and she also told us some interesting techniques. One of them, taking a glass of water, just having a sip before one starts speaking, and also the impact this has on one's voice. So certainly, I think I'm better prepared. I know what to look out for in terms of the areas that the topics that I want to discuss. An important thing, I think, is to understand that you can never be perfectly prepared. And in Janine's view, not preparing is actually the best way to prepare for an interview, other than regularly knowing what's going on in the world, in the news, Yeah, so those are really the points that I that the training has really helped me. What did I learn about myself as a result of the training? I think I used to try and over prepare. As I said already, Janine's view is don't over prepare. Ideally, keep the preparation to the most important areas, and I think that is very good advice, but one has to also practice it. So that certainly helped me. And the other thing, I think that everybody is nervous. She said after, I think, 30 years in business, she says she's still nervous. She still gets a bit of stage fright in front of the camera or when preparing for an interview. So that is something that is normal, that everybody has, and probably also keeps one on the toes. The last question is, why would I recommend this training to other SciCac committee members? And I think that's straightforward. I think this is a fantastic opportunity to test yourself, just how good you are actually in communicating. It's not just about putting things to the point. It's also about how do you communicate? How does your body language, how does that work? How good are you in summarizing things, and how good are you in responding to other people and having a normal conversation? I think those are certainly some of the points. Again, presentation, to what level of detail should one go when preparing for a presentation to a broad group of people? I think that those are certainly some of the areas that why I would recommend the training, and then ultimately getting the techniques, the tips, and also listening to yourself, getting the feedback from the group, how you can improve. I think one of the points that I, for example, still do a lot is to say in between, and I always felt it is something that one shouldn't do. But Janine said, as long as it's not a gap filler, as long as you naturally say it is not wrong. So understanding how can you actually improve your way of speaking in an interview and speaking during a presentation. I think those are the main areas why I would recommend this training. So yeah, I hope the summary of some thoughts and responses to questions is useful. And yeah, good luck. I can just recommend the training. Thank you.